because I'm
Okay, here we are. We're live.
okay.
Oh, team, this is take 2 of our training today with Shelly, and we are so happy to have her. Shelly, thank you for attempting to try again with me.
Oh, thank you for being patient with me and my computer issues.
No worries. Everyone knows that that's just life and technical problems happen.
Yes.
Okay, so what we are going to talk about today is end of month sales push that Shelly did. Was it last month? Was it in July or June?
It was June.
In June to reach one of her goals, which was to sell $700. So
yes.
And she made it happen. And so I wanted her to share her success with you guys and give you some ideas and inspiration because the end of month is upon us. So Shelly, will you tell us a little bit about your Color Street journey before you jump into your end of month sales push?
Yes, I will. So I was introduced to Color Street when I was invited to a former high school classmates party. Never had heard of Color Street, had no idea what kind of party I was even going to. But I was intrigued when I heard and read the posts and heard the presentation. And I'm like, I got to get these things. Tried them, fell in love. And me being the bargain shopper that I am, I decided to look at the stylist kit, not really as because I wanted to do the sales, but because I wanted the bargain.
Mm-hmm.
So I purchased that, signed up at the end of October, didn't really get recruited by anybody. I just did it. And then, I started looking around, finding the different groups to get in, learning about it. And then COVID came and we had that crazy time where, there were 4 to 6 sets on the website. And I just found that it gave me a good taste of what the culture of the company is and how everybody is out there willing to help each other.
Yeah.
And I think that's what got me hooked, is that tough time during COVID. And I actually was having fun. It was such a challenge to be able to find things for the people I was getting into my VIP group. So
Right. I love that you're like me, you love a good challenge.
yes.
I love it. I love that that's when you really connected, was during the hard time, and you saw like our amazing community, and
Yeah.
that's a great story. And you signed up just for the kit, right?
Yeah.
I always love
did,
hearing
but then
that
I was telling everybody about how great these nail strips were. So I'm like, well, why don't I try to sell some? And
yeah.
I think I've hit BQ every month since I joined. So
That's amazing. Congratulations
yeah,
on that.
thank you. Thank you.
So tell us why you wanted to reach 700 and how you did it.
Well, so I think you have probably heard of the Super 7 Society, which is started by several great leaders in the company. And to get in that, you have to sell $700 worth of product. And so that has been my goal. And obviously, I'm still not, my goals aren't all that lofty, but it's what I want to do to, be a part of these places that give me more information that maybe I can have the loftier goals.
Yeah.
And so anyway, that's why I push for the 700 each month, so I can be in the Super 7 Society. And so I don't know that it was necessarily one particular thing that I did, although I did need like that extra $100 right at the end of the month. So I did end up reaching out directly to several people, sending them messages. And I told them I was in a sales contest with my team for the last weekend of the month.
Mhm.
And could you just place an order for $13? That would really help me and it would help me get to my goal. And although I think that that really did help me and I did get orders from that, I think another part of it is I maybe a couple of months before that had really started to focus on being consistent in my VIP group and posting. And I got back to getting things scheduled in there. So I knew that there was going to be something posted.
Yeah.
And I tried to move away a bit from having it be all about the product. So I think it was kind of a combination of all those things that ended up helping me to get, the trust from my customers to be able to reach out to them and say, hey, can you help me out here? And honestly, I don't think I had ever really done that where I just message them directly and it works. But I just, when I get to those sales goals or when I see an order come through that is either from someone who hasn't ordered in a while or a new person, I always remember all of the leaders saying, people are watching, just keep doing what you're doing. And that
Yes.
always clicks in my mind whenever that happens. So it does happen. It really does happen.
Yes, it does. And
You
I
leaders
love,
know what you're talking about.
well, and I love that there's a couple things I want to touch on. One is just that you mentioned you built up that trust in your VIP
Mhm.
group by, doing those posts, and not just about nails. You were probably following the VIP method, which is value, interaction, and like personal, like adding a
Yeah.
combination of those kind of posts is really powerful and does create that trust and that relationship, that connection with you. And then then the other thing that I think is amazing that you did is you sent personal messages and you asked for the sale. Sometimes we
Yeah.
forget that we are in sales and we
Uh-huh.
forget to ask for the sale. And that's just such a simple idea because our customers will show up for us, especially if we have, built up that trust. And when we ask for the sale, and I liked that it was just a simple ask. It was just a $13 order, which
Yeah.
I'm guessing people placed bigger orders. Am I right?
Most of them. But some of them did just order like one set. And see,
Yeah.
my mind is always, hey, we have that buy three, get one free deal all the time. So if you buy one, you might as well get four. Because
Right.
that's how my mind works.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks.
So,
Yeah, but it gave them, like, it was just a simple ask, like, can you
yeah.
please place a $13 order? So if 13 is their budget, they can do that. If they want to do buy three, get one free, they
Yeah.
can do that. But I think we sometimes forget to like personally message people, number one, and number two, ask
Mhm.
for the sale. And the way that you did it in such a simple way, it obviously worked for you, right? You were
It
able to
did.
goal.
It got me that extra that I needed to get past my goal. So
Yeah, that's powerful. So even just
yeah.
that simple message right there is that if you guys are close to any of your goals, whether it be, 150, 300, 700, 1,000, like whatever your goals are, and we know that there's double points this month for the
Yeah.
incentive trip. So this might be a great idea for you to use if you're wanting some of those extra. I'm probably going to use this idea to get some of those extra points. You know what else I love is that you put it in their terms. Like you said, I'm doing a sales contest with my team. Sometimes we explain things in Color Street terminology and people are like, I have no idea what that means.
Mhm.
They don't know what it means to bonus qualify. They don't know what,
Right.
they don't know what it means to, they don't always know what PV means. They don't,
Right.
have to use their terminology, and you just said it in such a simple way. And your customers just love to show up for you, especially
Yes.
if you built up that trust. So those are two great messages for us to take away. Is there anything else that you want to share that you feel like has helped you?
I think, like I say, I think the consistency in the group has helped me more than anything. And I'm in some other stylist groups to get ideas, and they're in mine, and so one in particular has done kind of a rebranding on her page, and so I look at her things and I'm like, okay, I like how she brings all kinds of other tips, and just have messages like have a good day, inspirational messages. So I'm working in the back of my mind on trying to do more like that. But I've been doing like a challenge of some sort, like a daily challenge where there's a drawing at the end of the month, and it's, again, nothing to do with Color Street, but it's how we did a scavenger hunt last month. This month we're doing this or that type thing, but it's would you rather live in a tree house or a cave, that kind of thing. So it's just to get the interaction and get other things then to be more visible, because you're getting that interaction.
Yeah. And that gave me an idea too, is that if any of you are thinking about doing this, which I am, another thing you could do in these personal messages is say, will you place a $13 order or get the kit for $79? Like, let them know about that, because you just never know who's going to be your next Shelly. You bought it you signed up for the kit, and here you are to our entire team. And so you just never know who might end up getting the kit and then be like, wait a minute, I actually want to make money at this, and then, go from there. So that might be another ask if you're doing it, like PS.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other tips before we wrap it up?
I think that's all I had for today.
Yeah.
We'll see what the next few months bring.
Yes. And you know what? Another thing I thought of is that when, all these things that you're sharing in your VIP group, and so many of you are so good at this in your VIP group, I want to challenge you guys to do some of these things on your personal wall. This is how you attract new people to follow you and see your stuff and get new customers. And so when you're doing this stuff, it creates that like attraction marketing, where people are coming to you. So that is, I know it feels, sometimes it's easier when it's in like a private group, but I want to challenge you to be brave and put it out on your personal Facebook or Instagram. So thank you so much, Shelly, for sharing with us. And thank you everyone for watching. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.